How young were you then nung magkahiwalay ang parents mo?
I had to choose. I really had to choose.
Parang napuwersa ka lang.
Anong ibig sabihin nun? There was something happening to me. Medyo masama rin yung loob ko nung time na yun. To be honest, it wasn't really a very good experience for me. It was hell. And niloko niya ako.
Magandang araw, Pilipinas, at sa ating mga kababayang ibang bansa. Welcome to TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Sa araw nito, mga kaibigan, ay isa na naman pong special na personalidad ang ating makakakwentuhan. Mga kaibigan, kapag naririnig nyo ang mga witing hanggang, mangarap ka, magpakailanman, next in line, at iba pa. Mga kaibigan, the one and only, the singer, the songwriter, the composer, now a chef and restaurateur, Wency Cornejo!
Hello, Tita Aster.
How are
It's been
you?
so long.
I know. Alam mo, when you said yes to me, ang sarap ng pakiramdam.
Really?
Because I've been wanting to have you for the longest time. But
Parang pangit pakinggan. I've
Hindi.
been wanting to have you.
Hindi, to have you in my show. We saw each other and this was too long ago. Nasa Davao ka. And
Definitely more than 5 years na yan kung
Yeah,
nasa Davao
more.
pa ako.
Ayan. Alam mo, nag-stuck sa akin kasi yung kwentuhan natin because that was my first ever personal interview with you. Alam mo yung magiging first impression sa'yo, yung shy? I don't know.
Pwede rin naman maging medyo magulo ko,
Yeah,
pero
depende nga,
usually
diba?
sinasabi nila pagka nanggaling ka sa gandang mundo is that you're the type of person who's very extroverted.
Yes, yes.
Pero as far as I know, most singer-songwriters and composers are more or less the same
Parang the serious type?
kind of
Oh,
person that I am. Hindi naman ako mahiyain actually. Pero I don't like being around people much.
Oh.
I'm not introverted, but I don't like dealing with people. Everybody thinks na suplado ako, and I do admit that sometimes I could be a little,
I don't think you're suplado. It's the other way around. Yun nga, napapagkamalang suplado ka kasi nga, you're the quiet type, you're the serious type. You know, parang pag ganun ang tao, usually, ay, suplado yan.
Demeanor ko kasi siguro talaga, and it's the way my face was formed.
Oo, oo.
Medyo hindi ako masyadong palangiti. Well, yung hubog ng bibig ko kasi medyo pababang ganun dito.
Okay.
So, lahat ng taon ang tingin sa akin nakasimangot ako lagi. No, speaking of, hindi nga ako makangiti ngayon because I was telling you earlier that I just broke my front tooth and it looks kind of wonky. So, ayokong umiti. Like
Yes,
right now,
right,
sasabihin
right,
nila, masungit ako. Pero takpan na lang natin. Pero nakangiti ako.
Mga kaibigan, kasi pag sinabi mo Wency Cornejo, hindi nawawala yung association sa kanyang equally popular mother, Mel Chanco.
Hindi equally, tita. Sobrang layo ng
Hindi,
sikat ng nanay ko sa akin.
Hindi, parang kayo popular. Of course, you were able to create or made a mark on your own. Totally
It's really
magkaiba.
funny that a lot of people still don't know that she's my mom. Just this morning, the PLDT repairman came over to our house and tinanong niya ako, hindi niya ako kilala, pero alam niya bahay ni Mel Chanco yun because it's just me and my mom in our house.
Right.
So tinanong pa niya ako, ano mo si ma'am? Kapatid? Gusto kong dagukan yung PLDT repair. Kapatid! Nanay ko yan! Do I look that old? Dalawa lang yan eh.
Okay.
Either I look really old
Okay.
or my mom looks really young. So,
Okay.
I just
Okay.
hope it's that
Okay.
the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, right,
That my
right,
mom
right.
looks
Yes.
really young.
Yeah.
Kanina lang iniisip ko about jobs and what people do to earn money. Kung tatanungin kasi ako niyan, sasabihin ko, siguro dapat talaga you find something that makes you feel happy para hindi sa trabaho.
Totoo yun.
Cliche man sabihin.
Yes, yes.
But like for myself, during my entire time as a singer up to the present, gusto ko yung ginagawa ko eh. Kung hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa mo, it becomes a burden. It becomes hard. Pag gusto mo, it's
Ini-enjoy
easier.
mo, yes.
Na-enjoy mo.
Right.
And yung perang pumapasok, mas masarap gamitin.
Mas na-appreciate mo pati. I'm sure there's always an advantage and there's also a disadvantage being the son of Mel Chanco.
Mel Chanco. yung advantage is if they know that I'm the son of Mel Tiangco, may certain perks. Like, well, it's not that it's because of her alone. Kahit paano naman, may face value rin ako kahit
Oo naman, oo
konti.
naman.
So I really don't know where to draw the line between me getting perks because of who I am or against me being the son of Mel Tiangco. So I really cannot say definitively kung ano talaga yung mga advantages para sa akin. Siyempre, mayaman, nanay ko. Yung number one.
Mayaman kayo.
Mayaman na
You're
yung
part
nanay
of
ko.
your mom.
No, I
di ba?
always say,
Oo.
when people opine that ako, mayaman ako, sinasabi ko, hindi, may pera ako. Pero ang mayaman yung nanay ko. Ang hirap kasi, di ba, na i-equate mo yung yaman ng magulang mo sa yaman mo, personal mo na possessions. Eh, ako, hindi ako ganun. If I have my own money, base mo yung sasabihin mo sa akin about kayamanan dun sa kung ano yung meron talaga ako. Pero, yun nga, sasabihin ko lang, I have money enough to live really comfortably on my own.
And in fairness naman to you, you were also able to create your own name, your own niche.
Yeah.
Na iba lang sa nanay mo. Although there was a time, nag-host ka rin sa TV, remember before? With Susan Calo Medina.
Yeah. Kasi tita, ano naman masscom ang tinapos ko,
Yes,
broadcasting
yes.
din naman ang
Right,
tinapos ko
right,
during
right.
college. And I was able to apply yung kung anong inaral ko during college, during my first few years after graduating. Pero when the music really became too much to handle already, I had to let go of the other things. I had to choose. I really had to choose.
Before, gusto mo maging doktor, anong nangyari?
Well, actually, hindi ako personally gusto. Alam mo yung pagbata ka, di ba?
Yes,
Sasabihin ng mga magulang mo, sasabihin ng mga grandparents mo, sasabihin lahat ng kamag-anak, o wala tayong doktor sa pamilya. And I was sort of chosen as the eldest grandchild of my grandparents on the Cornejo side to be that person, to fill in that gap na wala kaming doktor. Because my lolo on the father side was a family of lawyers. My lolo was a judge, my dad's sister was a judge, and now my sister is a judge. So family of lawyers, pero wala kaming doktor. So sabi ng lolo ko, ikaw magiging doktor. So I was
see.
sort of conditioned to think that I was gonna be a doctor. So I took pre-med. I actually did get into UP na pre-med yung course ko. So I took pre-med for about 3.5 years, then got tired of it. It wasn't really for me.
Alam mo, ramdam mo na hindi mo ito gusto, para napipilitan ka lang because your family wants for you to become a doctor.
Yes.
Or magkaroon ng doktor sa pamilya. Parang napuwersa ka lang, pero hindi yun sa puso.
Hindi naman siguro tamang gamitin yung term na napuwersa. Conditioned na ako eh.
Yes.
So I believed it myself. But push came to shove. During my last year in pre-med, I realized that physics was a subject that I could not pass.
That you hate.
And I really could not understand that damn subject. Lahat ng grades ko during the time prior to physics was okay. Matataas ang grades ko. Except for language subjects. I'm really bad with languages. Pagdating ng physics, nangangamote ko. As in, nangangamote ako, tita. So, right there and then, decide ako, kung hindi ko kaya ipasa ang physics, bakit ako nandito? So, I shifted to broadcasting na kinamuhian ng nanay ko yung aking choice na yun.
Considering na doon din siya sa
Yes.
field na yun napunta.
Pero yung letter ko sa kanya, because I wrote her a letter.
A long letter.
A long, heartfelt letter that sort of said na, this is not for me, ma. And the best, I think, course for me is an industry where you already are in, which will make life easier for me because you already have the connections and stuff like that. And that was in my mind. So yun yung binigay ko sa kanya na sulat. And wala na siya magawa. Kasi decided na rin ako na mag-shift talaga ako. I skipped a sem of pre-med, and the next sem I shifted to broadcasting.
Tinambos po yung broadcasting.
Yes. Took me 7 years.
Bakit ganun katagal?
Kasi nag 3.5 ako sa pre-med.
Right. Yung ibang subject hindi credited, syempre,
Yes.
dahil ibang ano yun.
Yung mga major subjects lang.
Yeah, ibang
na
kurso
credit.
yun.
Yes,
Oo.
definitely.
Ang maganda lang sa'yo, tinapos mo yung pag-aaral mo.
Had to.
Pero prior to that, yung musika, nasa puso mo na.
Medyo mahirap sagutin. I always aspired to be a songwriter. When I was 13 years old, yung kasagsagan niya ng Metropop. And I was amazed. Medyo in awe ako dun sa mga kanta sa Metropop. And at 13, I tried to write a song because I wanted to join Metropop. Never really
young,
thought of
oh.
myself as a singer up to this day. I'm a songwriter who can sing. Yan yung lagi kong sinasabi. And when I was much younger nga, ang gusto ko talaga maging songwriter. nagkataon lang, when I joined After Image, they weren't really focused on making their own material, puro covers. I saw that as an opportunity for me to present my own songs. Nung una medyo hindi nila gusto. Pero nakuha ko rin yung way ko. We started writing our own songs, arranging our own songs. And that was the start of how After Image came out with yung mga sarili naming mga kanta.
Yung unang song na Hanggang, you were still with After Image?
No, solo na ako sa
solo ka
Hanggang.
na doon. Ano yung hit ng After Image na ikaw ang lead vocalist na nag-hit?
Most of the songs that are popular, that people know from After Image, ako yung nagsulat eh. Unang-una doon was Next in Line, and the rest actually. Habang May Buhay, Mangarap Ka. Yung Magpakailanman is solo na rin kasi yun eh. Alam mo, the weird thing about the industry and how people accept artists is that nakakalimutan nila usually. I've witnessed this and experienced it firsthand. Nakakalimutan nila kung sino yung kumanta, sino nag-perform, pero hindi nila nakakalimutan yung mga kanta. And I'm really not bothered by that kasi I always say also that as a songwriter, mas gusto kong mabuhay yung mga kanta ko kesa maalala kung sino ako.
Anong mas pipiliin mo? Or rather, ano ang totoo? Is it the song, the songwriter, or the singer?
Both could be true, but then a song will always be black and white. Nandiyan yan, mababasa mo yung lyrics, maririnig mo yung melody. A singer is a person, and the person will always have something behind the wall that he will put in front of him or her. So hindi mo talaga makikita kung anong totoo sa tao. We never really see 100% of what a person is. So
but he justifies, the singer justifies the song.
Not necessarily.
Interprets the song.
Interprets lang.
Oo.
Pero not necessarily justifies. Kasi, well, if we try to define what justification is in terms of music and song, anong ibig sabihin nun? Para sa akin, ang ibig sabihin nun is panindigan mo yung kanta mo. The easiest ways na panindigan mo yung kanta mo is to write your own. Because by writing your own, you're putting your own experience into the music that you create. And it's so much easier for you to interpret the music if you understand where it's coming from. Hindi yung mag-iimbento ka lang. And going back to what we were talking about, yung justification, it's so much easier to justify, panindigan, in other words, ang isang awitin kung yung mga nganta ng awitin ang siya mismong sumulat ng letra at ng melodiya ng isang awitin. Dahil alam niya kung ano yung nilagay niya dun sa awit na yun.
Your mom and even your family, as much as possible, gusto nila paging doktor ka. Pero ibang field ang pinasok mo. As a musician na rin, nung itong pinasok mo, ano ang naging reaction ng pamilya mo, especially your mom?
Well, my mom really was very supportive. I was actually very surprised when she was very supportive when the band itself was starting out because we used to rehearse in our house. And we made such a ruckus. Ang ingay-ingay namin. Can you imagine a band playing inside a small room? We used to rehearse in my room, which I shared with my brother, and it was very small. It was probably...
About this big?
No, just that. Not even half. Maliit. Tapos may drum set, lahat ng amps. Magkalaki-laki pa nung amp namin dahil naon na amps lang sila.
Na-imagine ko lang. Para kayong sardinas.
Ang ingay namin. Maririnig talaga kami hanggang siguro mga 250 meters away. But my mom was okay. She fed the entire band every time we had rehearsals. She never complained as far as I remember. Hindi niya ako pinagsabihan na wag na kayo rito, walang ganun. And nung nagkaplaka na kami, plaka talaga yun.
Yeah, yung totoo naman talaga eh, plaka.
Nung nagkaplaka na kami.
Before, na bumabalik na ngayon.
Na usong-uso ngayon.
Oo.
Sobra siyang supportive talaga. Gusto niyang ma-experience ko rin what it is to be a person known in this world. Kasi alam na niya yun eh. And she always gave me advice about how to deal with people who will criticize you. And pinakamagandang sinabi niya sa akin was, you always have hope. Pagka pinut down ka, you will put hope in your heart para hindi ka mangingisay sa buwisit, sa inis, sa galit. And you have to learn how to turn the switches on and off. If you're angry, learn how to switch it off. If you're sad, learn how to switch it off. You have to train yourself to know when to switch your emotions on and off.
Are you the eldest of
Yes, I am.
4 kids?
I
Okay.
am.
Being the kuya in the family, sabi mo yung isa, judge na rin, kapatid mong the 2 others.
The 2 others are in the state. My brother lives in Las Vegas. My sister lives in the San Francisco Bay Area. Families na
So
rin.
parang dalawa na lang kayo dito sa
Dalawa kami
Pilipinas.
dito sa Pilipinas.
And ikaw lang nag-stay with your mom?
Yes.
Ikaw lang?
Ako yung naiwan.
How young were you then nung magkahiwalay ang parents mo?
Very young.
Very young.
Tell you honestly, I'm not allowed to talk about
I
this.
see. Okay. Nagkaroon kayo ng tampuhan ng mami mo? Matagal?
Not really.
Not really. But I know naman the tampuhan happens in a family.
Yeah, it always
Oo,
happens.
Diba? It
Hindi-
always happens. Pero
Normal na ano.
Yes, sir,
na
right.
pero
Magkakapatid.
kasi ang family namin is very, of course, it's my mom. She's a very strong personality and she raised us alone. So very matriarchal yung aming family mismo. Yung
Right,
ako, my siblings, and my mom. Very matriarchal.
Yeah, right.
Whatever my mom says, yun na yun.
it's the rule.
Yes. Tapos,
Oo.
hindi ka pwede makipag-argue. She really is. If there's a head of the family, she is the head, she is the neck, she is the body, she is the heart, she is the everything of the family. So, kami as children, ang role lang namin is to say yes. Because we know and we trust that she knows what she's doing.
When you decided to move to Davao, anong naging reaction ng mami mo?
Actually, wala.
Kasi decision mo.
Yeah, decision ko naman
She
yun.
respected it.
Yes.
Oo, oo.
And we never really got to talk about how she felt. So I don't think I'm in the right position to say kung ano yung naramdaman niya when I moved to Davao. But I guess there must be some loneliness there.
Yeah,
Pero
kayo lang magkasama eh,
kami,
di ba?
well, nung time na yun kasi yung anak ko naman naiwan sa kanya. Tsaka
Okay.
yung nanay nung anak ko naiwan sa kanya. And may kasama pa rin siya sa bahay. And a piece of me was left with her in the house. And I really don't know how she felt.
How are you and your son? How old is your son, Ezekiel?
Si Z is 24 now.
Oh,
He's in the States na rin.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah, with his
Ano,
mom.
namana ba
Namana niya yung pagka-moody ko. Mas
Yeah.
malala pa.
Oh, talaga?
Mas malala. The artist temperament in him is strong. Very, very
He
strong.
sings too.
Not really, pero he's
Talaga?
into the arts.
Wow.
Drawing, crafting stuff. Yun yung gusto niyang gawin.
Ah, talaga? Oo.
Sobrang artist talaga yung temperament.
Actually, artist ka rin eh. Kaya may
Yes.
ganun yung pag-artist, may ano talaga, may mood swing. May
Hindi
mga,
ako pwede
di ba? Oo.
mag-deny.
Oo.
Kasi I know myself pretty well. And I do really get a lot of mood swings.
Lahat naman tayo kung tutuusin meron eh. Pero I don't know kung bakit masyado na-identified sa pag-artist ka, may sariling ano ka talaga. Sabi nila may sarili kang mundo.
And a lot of artists, they say, fall under the spectrum. I don't know, maybe I have ADHD na undiagnosed, but who knows? And I really don't care for knowing the truth about kung meron akong something. I'm okay with myself.
Pag ADHD, it's either super active ka or super ano ka. I think you're...
I'm both, actually.
you're-
Sobra akong active sa sport ko ngayon. I just fell in love with a new sport called pickleball. And
Ano yun? Ano yun? Sorry ha. Ay, medyo
pickleball,
ignorante
sobrang
ako
uso niya,
dyan.
tita. Baka gusto mo, maglaro tayo.
Ano yun?
Tuturuan
Ay,
kita.
kaya nga explain mo nga.
Pickleball is like, it's a combination of tennis,
Okay.
ping pong, and badminton. I used to be a tennis player din kasi. So,
galing, galing.
yung transition ko to pickleball was quite easy because tennis players transition to pickleball very easily. Kung pwede lang talaga, kung kaya ng katawan ko, araw-araw ako maglalaro.
Was there a time na medyo na-disappoint ka sa music industry as a whole?
The industry itself, yeah, it's very temporary. People forget. Siyempre, myself as a human being, I'd rather be remembered. Pero given the choice, if people will remember me or my music, I'd rather remember my music.
Oh, yeah.
Pero also, as a human being, I'd love to be remembered. And yun nga, the industry forget.
Parang unfair eh. Sikat na sikat yung kanta, pero yung nag-compose, yung nagsulat, hindi kilala. Is that
And
the truth?
it happens a
Yeah,
lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. Alam nila yung kanta, alam nila yung singer. Mas nag-identify pa nga yung song sa singer kaysa
Actually,
sa
minsan,
composer.
nakakatawa, a lot of people think that Habang May Buhay was an original by Donna
No, it's
Cruz.
not, di ba? Oo, it's not.
Which is really,
Oo,
I don't know, it messes with my mind.
Ang mas madalas na acknowledge yung song at saka singer,
Yes.
more than the composer. Ganun naman nangyayari eh.
Ganun nangyayari,
Oo.
really. And
Okay.
also, one of my gripes din sa industry of music is that very very few artists transcend that boundary where you become eternal. Very, very few artists.
The music is.
The music itself also sometimes.
Oo.
Yung mga songs ko, they never reach that point na naging eternal talaga sila. As compared to like, let's say, what's an eternal song? Anak.
My Way. Oh.
My Way.
My Way,
mas
Frank
mga-
Sinatra.
Very few songs reach that status. Kumbaga
Ikaw rin
sinasabi ko lang to out of the top of my head, and I see it whenever I'm performing. There are certain songs which people react to, and some songs that people don't react to, which is weird to me. Coming from the era when it was really, really popular, knowing how people reacted to those songs during the time it was popular.
Are you referring to the present generation?
Not generation, the industry itself. Kasi nga yung sinasagot ko yung tanong, yung gripes about the industry. So I'm generalizing that the industry forgets. And the industry includes the audience. Kasi sila naman yung tumatangkilik. So part sila ng industry na yun. So nakakalimot talaga sila.
Was that the reason why you moved to Davao? Parang kinalimutan mo sandali ang musika?
Hindi, tita.
Hindi?
Hindi.
So,
It was more of a business decision.
I see, okay.
That's why I moved to Davao.
Alright. Sometimes music or even being an actor, hindi yan stable unless you are a top actor or anything, di ba? Otherwise,
Minsan nakakadismaya,
di ba?
tita.
Hindi lang minsan, madalas.
Madalas
It does not only happen to
nakakadismaya.
you, but it happens to a lot of people. Parang kahit gaano ka kagaling bilang aktor, kahit gaano ka kagaling bilang singer or songwriter, aminin na natin, iba ang takbo. Most of the time, nag-iiba ang takbo, lalo na ngayon, di ba? Understandable yun na talagang minsan, madidisappoint ka rin.
Exactly.
To a point na madidiscourage ka, ipagpatuloy yung anong yun.
Pero yun,
yung career na yun.
in terms of music, hindi naman ako na-discouraged, kaya ako tumira ng Davao.
I thought
It's
all the
more
while,
of a
I
business
thought all the while
decision.
na disappoint ka. That's the time.
But there was a time talaga, during the time rin, kasi concurrently,
Oo.
parang there was something happening to me in terms of music na medyo masama rin yung loob ko nung time na yun. I'd
Ate.
rather not talk about bakit.
Yes,
Because
yes,
I
right.
might say things that will hurt people, and
Right.
I'd rather not hurt people
Yes,
because
yes.
yun nga, number one sa akin is kindness. So I don't want to hurt anybody.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. I understand. May kadalasan, kumbaga, pag tinanong nanay mo, ang legacy, ang maiiwan niya, grabe. Because she's not only a TV personality per se, di ba? Yung pagtulong sa tao.
Number one, my mom, I think ang pinakamagandang itawag sa nanay ko is a philanthropist. Yun talaga yung gusto niya sa buhay sa tingin ko.
Palagay ko, mas
Mas matimbang sa
mas
kanya yun.
parang sa puso niya mas matimbang yon. Pero ang maano rin sa tao niya, dalawa eh. Yun nga, pagiging matulungin niya, philanthropo. At saka at the same time, pagiging news personality. Hindi yan mawawala eh. Kahit magretiro ng nanay mo, yun pa rin matatandaan
Ako,
sa
ayaw
kanya.
naman, ewan ko dyan sa
Oh,
nanay
diba?
ko.
No, hindi pa yan magretiro.
Ayoko rin.
Oo, diba?
Honestly, ayoko siya mag-retire because she will do nothing.
Mabuboard lang siya.
Kasi I think it's been 15 or 20 years na sinasabi niya sa aming mga anak niya na magre-retire na siya. Pero every 2 years, she signs a new contract with GMA. Pero ayaw namin. I think she herself knows that.
It keeps her,
Yeah.
di ba? Her heart burning, di ba?
Yeah.
Iba yung busy at may ginagawa ka.
Pero ang bata-bata ng itsura. Pareho kayo eh. Balik na naman tayo dun sa kaninang buwisit na PLDT repairman na yun.
Kaya ako rin, na-amuse ako doon.
May kadugtong yung kwento na yan. Kaya bago ako pumunta rito, dapat hindi na ako magtitina eh.
Okay.
Tinina ako yung balbas ko.
Ala.
Kasi iniisip ko siguro, kaya kala niya eh, magkapatid kami ng nanay ko dahil marami na akong puti rito. So tinina ako yan kanina bago pumunta rito. I had no plans to, but
Pero mo yung mom mo,
na-conscious na din ako.
para lang ba tayo magkapatid? O magnanay? Diba? Pero nakakatawa yun. How do you want to be remembered? Kasi makanta mo.
Very difficult question. Kasi my songs, I think, will be remembered regardless. But me, as a human being, as a songwriter, as a whatever, definitely makakalimutan yan eh. Makakalimutan ako. So to answer the question, how do I want to be remembered? And since I said kanina na number one sa akin is kindness, I want for people to remember me as somebody who was kind, who was fair, who was giving. I think yun yung gusto kong matandaan ng tao about me. Ewan ko lang kung tunay akong kind, ah.
Why are you questioning yourself? Kung mabait ka o hindi?
Kasi masungit nga daw ako eh.
you look like masungit because of your pagiging moody. Kasi, di ba?
Pero yun nga, tita, di ba? Let's talk about that siguro. Ibig sabihin ba, does it follow kung masungit ka, hindi ka kind?
We have to admit na we are judgmental. Hindi mo lang ngitian ng isang tao, ay, suplado yan si Wency. Pero hindi nila ikaw kilala. Kasi
Lalo
sabi-
ngayon, dami-daming keyboard warriors. Konting mamatay ka na! Wala na akong pake. I've come to the point that I really don't care anymore if people think that masungit ako or pangit yung ugali ko or anything like that. You can think whatever you want of me as long as I know who I am and how I act and that there is kindness in my heart and I try to be kind, then it's not a problem to me.
Karamihan kasi ng mga singers, even songwriters, katulad mo, pinasok din ang acting, trinay mo rin to on stage.
Once lang.
Once lang ito, hindi ito nasundan.
Hindi, kasi nag-pandemic na.
Okay.
Pero, to be honest, it wasn't really a very good experience for me. Well, number one, because I'm not a morning person. In one word, pagdurusa. Nagdusa talaga ako doon. Can you imagine? And it was under Atlantis, and Atlantis Productions. And Atlantis is very strict about,
I know.
well, theater itself.
Yes, yes.
The word theater,
Right.
discipline, kuning-kuning.
Yes.
I could be disciplined but not wake up at 8 in the morning. Be at rehearsals at 8 in the morning. Iba yung discipline ko eh. Medyo baliw yung utak ko when it comes to sleep. Regardless kung ano man ang gawin ko, kung gaano ako kapagod, I cannot get to sleep early. Nakakatulog ako, normal ko is 4 in the morning. And to have to get up at 7:30, 7 o'clock, to be at rehearsals at 8 o'clock was hell.
Show
Impyerno pa talaga sa akin.
Yeah.
I really cannot imagine how I did it, how I survived that period of 2 months na araw-araw, 3 oras, 2 oras lang yung tulog ko. Hindi ko alam paano talaga ako nakasurvive. And naka-perform pa ako kahit paano.
So acting is not really for you, especially because
It's
of
not
that
the
time.
acting per se.
Oo,
It's
oo.
the preparation
But-
for the
yeah.
acting
Mas
itself.
matagal lang ang preparation kaysa sa tuloy-tuloy yung show di ba?
Ang problema ko lang talaga matulog. Hindi ko kaya. Well, kinaya ko kasi nakakontrata ako. Ayoko mademanda. I'm not closing the doors. If the right thing comes along, I might say yes again. I think that the pagdurusa is commensurate to the kind of fulfillment that I will get by doing something. Then I might say yes.
Ano pa yung mga future plans mo? Wala kasing katapusan ang pagiging isang manunulat, pagiging composer. At any given time, kung gusto mong magsulat, magsusulat ka. Kahit nasaan ka, di ba? So, syempre, kahit papano, may mga gusto ka pang gawin. Ano
Right
yun?
now, I'm really not so concentrated on the music itself.
Yes.
Kakauwi ko lang galing Europe because I studied. And ang focus ko is on that. I'm not very good at multitasking. So pagka nag-focus ako on something, I have to really
You have to
focus
set
just
aside,
on that.
set aside something.
Hindi talaga ako marunong
Oo.
multitask. Sa tingin mo, dapat magpatingin na ako talaga kung may ADHD ako.
Alam mo, hindi. Ang makakasagot lang sarili mo lang.
The one thing I learned about traveling,
Yes.
I hate washing my clothes.
See? Di ba?
Wisit maglaba.
Oo, di ba? Puntahan naman natin ang pagiging chef mo. Why did you entertain the idea of being a chef?
Tita, even before I became a songwriter, well, I attempted to write songs at 13. I was already cooking prior to that.
Because
I
of your lola, di ba?
because of my lola, because of my tita,
Oo.
because of my lolo, because of my auntie. I wasn't really that serious. I don't know. I don't have recollection enough to be able to say why I started that early in cooking. Pero I think as early as 7 or 8 years old, nag-a-attempt na akong magluto. And then fuel na lang yung fire noon when we finally left my lola's house. Kasi we used to be a nuclear family. Family namin nakatira sa lola ko in Banawe. When we left that house to live on our own, just my mom and kaming magkakapatid, I missed the food of my lola and my auntie who lived right in front of my lola's house. Kasi nung maliliit kami, siyempre, pag magpipinsan kayo, kami rin yung magkakasama. Bahay ng lola ko, bahay nung auntie ko, na may pinsan ako dito 3. And within my lola's house, I also had cousin. Magaling magluto yung lola ko, magaling magluto yung auntie ko. Lola ko was Filipino food, yung auntie ko was everything else. So nung lumipat kami, hinahanap ko yung pagkain. Hindi ko maghanap, so I decided, ako na lang gagawa. And I tried to learn from there, little by little, all throughout the years. Ang dami kong alam, tita.
Yeah, is this the reason why you put up your own restaurant in,
In Davao?
Why Davao in particular?
Well, I was kind of forced to because I had a friend there who was a chef. Prior to me going to Davao, inaya niya ako mag-invest in a food business. And nag-invest ako doon, and niloko niya ako. So I had to take over. That's why, yun yung basic reason. Rason kung bakit ako lumipat ng Davao. I had to take over the business. That's why I said it was more
And this
business
lasted
than
for 7
anything else.
years. Matagal din yun, ha?
Tagal.
Matagal din
Nung
yun.
una, grabe ang hirap. I had to do everything. I did. Lahat talaga ako yung nag-grocery.
Everything.
Ako yung nagde-design. Ako nagluluto. Ako nagtuturo. Ako yung umiikot, naghahanap ng kliyente. And it was very difficult kasi yung balik sa akin ng pera, ang liit.
Very, oo. Yes.
Ang liit.
Oo.
And comparing it to what I did, which is to perform, and kadali, tapos mas malaki yung kita, there was a time talaga nung first, siguro 1.5 years ko sa Davao, naisip, ano itong ginagawa ko rito? Papakahirap akong hindi ko maintindihan. Ang dali-dali nung isa.
In fact, dumating sa point na parang ang impression ng mga tao sa'yo is parang you give up your music career in Manila just because you put up that business in Davao out of frustration sa music industry.
To a certain degree, yes.
Yeah.
Ganun nga naman talaga yung nangyari.
Oo.
Pero
Oo.
more of talaga yung nanghihinaya ako dun sa perang ininvest ko doon. Hindi kasi wala pa ako. I wasn't involved.
Okay.
Dapat industrial partner lang ako. So I
Okay.
just gave money to the chef and nagtayo siya ng business. Tapos, biglang nag-awol. So, wala. Ako yung
You have to
nag-take
take
over
over.
from
Yeah.
zero. I knew nothing. During that time, hindi pa ako chef. I knew nothing about how to run a commissary. I knew nothing about how to put up a restaurant. I knew nothing. As in zero. So, dun ko na natutunan lahat as I went along. So, the first year and a half nga napakahirap. Even the accounting of the inventory, accounting of sales, accounting of everything, I had to learn that by myself without actually studying formally. So, sariling sikap, yung Excel, natutunan ko just by Googling, mag-YouTube, how to
Galing.
do this, how to do that.
Galing.
Ganun lang yung ginawa ko.
Oh, pero magandang foundation yon.
Very.
Magandang foundation kasi the next time, especially in the future, plano mo mag-put up ng restaurant either here or somewhere else, meron ka ng stock knowledge kung paano patakbuhin ng negosyo.
And I dread it because
Yeah.
alam ko,
Yeah.
my God, ang hirap nito.
Pero this is also the reason kung bakit ka nag-aral ng culinary.
Yes.
You just graduated recently lang, di
Yeah.
ba? Congratulations.
Thank you, tita.
Oo.
A lot of people don't know that. Pandemic baby rin yung idea na mag-aral ako sa Italy. Ito yung actual na, yung first formal talaga na pag-aaral na matagal ng culinary. First time ko. Nag-invest ng time, ng money, ng everything. Formally study something. I went to a school in Italy. It's called ICIF, or International Culinary Institute for Foreigners, for pizza making. So, I'm a pizzaiolo. A pizzaiolo is a pizza chef. Ang technical title ko is pizzaiolo.
Nag-aral ka rin dito sa Philippines, right?
Hindi.
Hindi na. Sa ano ka talaga sa
Sariling
Italy?
sikap ako nung nasa
talaga?
Davao ako.
Okay.
Pero what makes me really proud of what I have achieved in Davao is that it came to a point where even the chefs in Davao called me chef, even without the formal training, without anything. So ang unang-una talaga na love ko when it comes to culinary is pastries. Mahilig ako sa matamis. Sometimes I'd skip meals just to be able to have dessert. Ganun ako kabaliw sa sweet things.
So how long did you stay in Italy?
I stayed in Italy for 2 months straight kasi yung first month was the actual studying in the institute and then the second month was internship.
Parang actual cooking
Actual,
na to.
yeah.
Actual cooking na to.
At trabaho. As in, you go to a pizzeria and you work as an intern doon. And ang sinasabi ko rin nga is, at my age, parang ngayon pa ako nag-manual labor. Ang hirap. Pagod talaga, as in pagod. It's a long process. I actually have 3 concepts.
Okay.
Pero ang pinakagustong concept is the second one. So may lower end, middle, and high end. So yung middle, yung pinaka magandang naglalaro sa utak ko, Pizzeria Maharlika. I already have flavors written down kung ano yung gusto kong mga pizza flavors. Kasi we have a lot of parang katapat natin ng mga pagkain sa Italy. And gusto ko gumawa ng version ng mga yon. Like when I was interning with, in fact, I'd like to give a shout out to my mentor, si Marvin Aguda and Marlon Aguda, magkapatid sila. Mga Pinoy to. And they're
In Italy?
pizzaiolos in
talaga?
Italy. Sila rin yung may-ari ng pizzeria.
Wow.
Well, it's very serendipitous that I was able to find a place to intern at na Pinoy ang may-ari.
Galing.
Kasi konti naman ang pizzaiolo na Pinoy.
Yes, yes,
In
yes.
Italy pa.
Oo.
Parang weird eh.
Ako gusto ko yung
Yung pangalan
ano na
ng
yun,
Pizzeria
pangalan na yun.
Maharlika. It's been in my mind since
Parehistro mo na
matagal na.
para hindi mawala sa'yo.
Actually, nakarehistro na yan.
Okay, good.
Yung
Very
tatlo.
good.
Kaya lang, I had partners.
Ano yung dalawa pa?
Medyo weird yung high-end eh. Experienza della pizza. The pizza experience in English.
Okay.
Yung concept nun is you hire me to make you pizza on the spot wherever you want. That's high-end yun. Per person yung bayad. It's sort of akin to, I got that idea from Den Lim. He's a chef in Pampanga. And meron siyang place na you reserve months in advance. Tapos kung ano yung gusto niyang ihain sa'yo, yun yung ihain niya sa'yo. Wala kang say about it.
Specialized, di ba?
And he's always full. Months in advance talaga. Medyo premium yung presyo. And you have to, can you imagine going to Pampanga?
Oo.
Eh
Gawin mo
ako,
na to.
parang mas gusto ko ako yung magdadala kung saan mo gusto. Makes it more premium, I think. And yung lower end is medyo fast food type na pizza. Pero I'd like to keep the quality that I learned dun sa studies ko. How pizza should be made. Pero yung magiging affordable siya. Kasi yung the way pizzas are marketed in the Philippines, mahal talaga. Objective ko for that concept, which is medyo masa yung
Oo.
pizza pronto naman pangalan nun.
Right. Saan na pumapasok ang musika doon? Saan pumapasok ang pagiging singer, songwriter, composer mo?
Honestly, I really don't know.
Kasi
Hindi ko
sabi mo
alam
nga
eh.
kanina, when you are into something, gusto mo nakafocus ang
Nakafocus.
attention mo doon. Ayaw mo pinaghalo-halo. Sabi mo nga, you are not multitasker person. Pero sayang naman yung musika mo.
At
di
this
ba?
point kasi tita, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but After Image is planning things. And hopefully, hindi magbangga yung dalawang directions that I want to go to. Musika in terms of After Image, siguro within the year or early next year. Yung pizzeria ko, I want the Tagaytay, probably in a year or two pa yan. So, tingin ko naman hindi magbabangga.
Nabanggit mo After Image. Do you have any plans of a reunion concert?
Yun nga, tinatrabaho namin
Ito na yung
ngayon.
tinatrabaho nyo. Kailan nyo ito inaasahan?
Hopefully, end of the year probably, or next
Early
year.
next year. Yes.
Baka
Oh, wow.
first
That's-
quarter of next year. I'm
Tiyak
not
na
really
abangan
sure.
to, oo.
Kaya nga sabi ko, di ba, I'm not even sure if I should be talking about it because baka bawal.
Hindi naman,
We
siguro-
already have somebody who's handling
Hindi
things
naman
for
siguro.
us.
And at least people have something to look forward to.
Hmm.
Di ba?
Kasi our drummer who's resident of Australia already came home yung January and we decided to do a jam. Tapos from there parang nag-usap-usap anong gusto niyong gawin. Napag-desisyonan na sige, kuha tayo ng manager and see where that goes. So at this point, we're still at that stage where we're still seeing where it's going. May mga plano daw yung manager but there's nothing concrete yet.
Yeah. Moving forward, granting lang matuloy yung reunion, maging successful yung reunion ng After Image, posible rin yung a nationwide tour and then a tour outside the Philippines.
Well,
Diba?
hopefully. Pero ang problema ko nga niyan, paano yun? I really want to focus on the pizzerias. It's a
Diba?
problem for me. It's gonna be a problem. Pero like everything else in my life, I'll just cross the bridge when I get there.
Okay, and with that, of course, maraming salamat,
You are
Wency,
very
for
welcome.
sharing your story. At nakakatuwa lang, kasi yung iba kasi, not for anything, nagsimula ka bilang songwriters o composer, singer at lahat. Hanggang sa pagtanda mo, ito pa rin ang gagawin mo. But in your case, you wanted to do other things as well.
Baka
Diba?
gumawa na lang ako ng Singing Cooks and Waiters Pizza Edition.
Pwede, di ba? Ang ganda, nakakatuwa lang. Kasi bukod dun kasi, yung iba kasi talaga, they go into business because sometimes, sabi nga natin kanina, minsan hindi stable yung
Industriyang pinasok.
Industriyang pinasok mo, di ba? Aminin na natin.
Entertainment.
Mas maganda talaga, may iba kang pinagkakaabalaan, lalo na yung negosyo.
Uy, tito, baka ba people might think that I'm ungrateful to the industry that
Oh,
gave
no,
me my
so-
name?
no,
No, I
no.
am not.
Oo.
On the contrary, I'm very, very grateful.
Mm-mm.
Hindi naman ako makakagawa ng restaurant sa Davao kung hindi dahil sa music. Hindi rin ako makakapag-aral sa Italy kung hindi dahil sa music. Because everything that I have earned, yun yung ginastos ko para dun sa mga yun.
Tama lang naman kasi yun eh. Yung iba nga, nag invest sa ibang bagay. Iba rin ang pinasok mong negosyo. Actually, yung pinasok mong negosyo, it's also a form of art.
When I was studying, yung aming instructor, na pizzaiolo chef, na magaling, of course magaling, instructor na siya eh, hindi siya maniwala na estudyante ko na hindi ako pizzaiolo. Kasi yung mga ginagawa ko mga pizza, sabi niya, your pizzas are works of art. Kasi
Yeah.
they're pretty and amongst sa aming lahat na magkakaklase, ako lang yung maayos. From the onset, maayos na akong gumawa. Sabi ko sa teacher, because I've been making pizza in my house. Pero it does not discount the fact that my classmates were also making pizzas at their houses. Bakit yung kanila pangit? So yung akin, sabi nga nung teacher, your pizzas are works of art. Siguro yun na lang talaga rin yung katulad nung sinasabi mo na it's a different form. It's not music, it's not drawing, it's not painting, but cooking really is another form of arts. That's why it's called culinary arts.
Right.
Ang weird
Diba?
kasi yung
Oo.
definition, what is the definition of art? Sa akin, art is something that involves creating
Exactly.
from your mind.
Exactly.
So kung makaka-imbento ka ng something dyan,
Yeah.
art, para
Art
sa
yun.
akin, art
Yes.
na yan. And
Yes.
cooking, exactly, is the perfect definition of creating something from your mind and translating it into a dish. Yun yung art para sa akin.
Ganon din yung pag nagko-compose ka, di ba?
Yes.
Parang
Gagaling dito
Yes, yes.
Mapupunta doon,
Right.
tapos magiging music na siya.
Saan mo gusto magtagal? Although matagal ka na sa industriya ng musika, ito may bago kang
Can you
pinapasok.
imagine more than 30 years na ako sa industriya ng
See?
music? Parang,
Di ba?
hindi ko rin ma-fathom.
May pinapasok kang ibang field. Somehow, sabi ko nga sa'yo, it's related. Food business na to. Pero since itong pinapasok mo, sabi mo, nagpo-focus ka sa isang bagay, pag ito ito yung harapin mo. Setting aside another part of your career. So in this case,
Kailangan alagaan parang
oo,
baby.
yes, di ba? Nasa formative age pa lang Magsisimula ka pa lang, kini-create mo pa lang, bubuuin mo pa lang. So ang oras mo mas nakakain dito.
Exactly.
Di ba?
Ang isa pang bagay, 2 weeks ago, I did a show in Soler. Nag-guest ako sa isang show. And I remember making a spiel about how I, myself, as a person, I am so fortunate. Kasi sa buhay ko, I had 2 dreams. I wanted to be a songwriter. Natupad ko yun. And ang nakakatuwa, I'm not just any songwriter. I have the catalog to prove that I was
You are a good
Accomplished.
songwriter. Accomplished songwriter.
I was accomplished as a songwriter.
Right.
And the other dream was to be able to nourish people. And nagawa ko na rin yan to a certain degree
And
sa
you are an
Davao.
award-winning singer-songwriter. Di ba? Ang
Ngayon gusto ko naman magka-James Beard Award sa pagluluto. Parang sa Amerika lang yata yung James Beard. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung award-giving bodies dito sa
Oo.
Pilipinas when
Ilang
it comes
awit
to
awards
ano.
ka? Catholic Mass Media Awards,
And
di
that's
ba?
why I was telling you, di ba, nung I'm not really very keen on awards. They don't really mean much to me because the biggest and greatest award for me is seeing people pag nag-perform ako na may reaction sila dun sa kanta ko.
Masaya.
And pagka nagluto ako, nakikita ko sa mukha ng tao kahit hindi magsalita.
Nasasarapan sila.
Nasasarapan sila. Yun yung award para sa akin.
More than the physical award. How would you describe your mom?
Very, very straight. Extremely straight.
Talaga.
I think that really is the best description for my mom because, like I said, credibility niya ang kanyang puhunan. So, pinoproteksyonan talaga niya yung credibility niya. By hook or by crook, she will be straight. Unlike some people I know in the industry, in the same industry, of course, I won't name names, mami ko talaga, grabe ka-straight when it comes to being as credible as she could be.
Your message to your mom.
May message pa sa nanay ko.
Of course, kahit magkasama kayo sa bahay. Siyempre, there are things na hindi mo nasasabi sa kanya personally. I'm sure.
Of course.
O, di ba?
Pero I don't think I'd like to say that on camera.
Hindi kayo nga first time niya pag napanood niya to. Ngay parang magugulat pa siya, may mensahe ka sa kanya.
Weirdly, it feels contrived to me. Sasabihin ko sa nanay ko, mahal ko siya and thank you for everything that you have gone through to be able to support a family like ours. My heart goes to her that she had to endure so many hardships in life and that kahit gaano kahirap yung dinadaanan niya up to this day, is alam naman niya na nandito kaming mga anak niya for her.
Your message to your son.
Si Z naman kasi, ang masasabi ko lang is, carve your own path, anak. There's nothing that will make me happier in this world than you to find where you should be and what you should be doing.
And your message to everyone.
Message to everyone,
Anong
ano
dapat nilang
sasabihin
asahan?
ko?
Siyempre, lalo na may pinasok kayo bagong...
Ang message ko sa lahat ay, pagka nagbukas ang pizzeria ko, kumain kayo ng kumain hanggang masuka kayo. Yan.
And of course, with that, maraming salamat, Wency, for this opportunity to share your thoughts, your story to us, not just to me, kundi sa ating mga viewers. Maraming salamat sa Pandan Asian Cafe, Dennis, of course, Roland, and Alvin. Everbelena, Hello Glow, Beauty Derm, Eris Beauty Care, Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Doc Rob's Wellness Supplements, R&A Events Placed by Richie Ang, Asia Slashes, Sugar White by Sugar Mercado, Nesta Celia Salon for my hair and makeup, Gandang Rick Reyes, Most View from Japan, Memoy.ph, Silpal Joy Furnitures. Maraming salamat Charles Solano of Solano Hotel, Colorete Clothing by Bebot Santos, Dr. M. Sevilla of Vine Aesthetics, Shinagawa LASIK and Aesthetics Center, Shinagawa Diagnostic and Preventive Care Center, Neola Nail and Spa, Manila Bulletin, Studio Manila, Tokyo Grill Tomas Morato, Mesa Tomas Morato, The Red Meat Shawarma. Maraming salamat sa mga kaibigan, maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay at huwag niyo pong kakaligtaan every Friday and Tuesdays, 12 noon. Dito lamang po sa TikTok with Aster Amoyo. Bye for now and God bless us all.